Welcome to Garden Wise Adventures. My name is Malie, and today it's time for another plant of the week. Now, if you listen very carefully, maybe you'll hear in the background some rumbles of thunder, which brings me great joy because we're finally getting a little bit of rain. Now, we've had a few sprinkles here and there, and today will probably be the same, but I am hoping for a downpour after I'm done with this video. So this week's plant of the week is an annual, and it is called Sweet Alyssum. Now this annual is probably the only annual that I am going to feature on my plant of the week videos because I like to feature perennials or shrubs that are drought tolerant or edible. Now this is one of the few really drought tolerant annuals that I know of. So let me show you what it looks like. So we have several different colors here in my yard. This is a start that I found at Home Depot. This is one of the purple Sweet Alyssums. Here's a purple Sweet Alyssum that sprouted on its own. It reseeded from last year. We've got a white one that reseeded itself from last year. And let me show you another patch of them that I have on the other side of my property. And here are several more. The white ones reseeded themselves, and the purple ones were from that same Home Depot batch. Now let me tell you why I love Sweet Alyssum. Number one, it's an annual, and it is going to bloom just like this all throughout the entire growing season. The next thing is they are extremely hardy. This will start growing in April, and it will not die or quit flowering until probably the end of October when the heavy freezes hit. They can take a light frost and still bloom, but it takes a heavy freeze to kill them back. Then they'll reseed themselves and come back for the next year, so you definitely have kind of a perennial plant. Now when they reseed themselves, they may revert to the white ones. We've got white with a little bit of purple in here that reseeded itself. But the reseeded ones come back as extremely drought tolerant. Now, at the beginning of the year, when I first planted these, I would hand water them twice a week so that they would get established. And now I water them once a week. This plant right here has only received water when I water all of the rest of my flowers. And I water everything every 2 weeks here with drip irrigation. So they can be extremely drought tolerant. Another thing that I really love about Alyssum is they draw in the pollinators and the beneficials. Now because it's starting to rain and it's later in the day, it's about 6:30 p.m., we don't see any pollinators right now. But during the day, especially when the sun is shining on these, you'll see a huge number of little tiny beneficial wasps, hoverflies. All those beneficial insects really, really love these plants. Another benefit is they smell like honey. They really have a beautiful scent to them. So if you have a spot in your drought-tolerant landscape or even not so drought-tolerant landscape, I would suggest that you try Sweet Alyssum. Now there is one caveat for Sweet Alyssum. As I said, it does reseed itself. And when I lived in Southern California, I was very careful about planting Sweet Alyssum because it was counted as a noxious weed. So there are some areas where it will spread itself so easily that it can be counted as a weed. But if you live in an area where it limits itself because of the weather, then that would be a good place to use them. I live in Zone 6 in Utah, and they grow beautifully here and have not become invasive. They do reseed themselves, but it's very limited. Now I hope this video has been helpful for you. If this video has been helpful, I hope you like, subscribe, share them with your friends, and go have a wonderful garden adventure.